Now we're out. What's going on, everybody? Welcome in to Big Matt and Diamond Dean breaking down here locker room sports talk for you guys. Glad y'all could come by and hang out with us today. Show number 235, Dean. What about that?
235. They go by fast, don't they?
Yeah, it kind of seems like we have. We just
Was
rolling in.
Starkey and them here when we did 100,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Him and Pitts and Reggie. Rest in peace, Reggie.
Yeah, I hate that.
And Starkey's mom passed away Mother's Day. So y'all be in prayer for our brother in arms from Average Joe's, the boss, like we call him. Just shout out to Bo. We love you, man, and I've dealt with it, and it's not an easy thing.
Yeah, we're all going. Well,
we're all going to pass that bridge one day.
Or we're going to go first. I mean, it's one way or the other.
One way or the other. So y'all be thinking about Bo. We got plenty to talk about today. Some local stuff from softball, kicking around in the tournaments, and also I got some elite players, some transfer guys that's been moving around a lot. We're going to talk about that. Of course, the NBA playoffs is live. Alabama baseball, they win a series. They won 4-3 today. Meyer gets the win up on the bump for Bama. They almost blew that one. They almost let that one get by them. I don't know what they were doing. And one of the right fielder let the ball kind of get back on him. I don't really know what he let the ball hit the warning. He could have caught the ball.
Yeah.
And it just kind of set a rally and kind of started setting things off for LSU and kind of got them on a little run there for a minute, you know.
We're in the comeback age. I've heard more comebacks in baseball than I've ever heard. I've heard stories about teams scoring 11 in the last inning.
I know.
To come back from a 10-1 deficit.
Yeah, you got to stay focused, man. You got to stay locked in there, guys.
Well, only one thing has to happen for that other team to get momentum, you know. Yeah,
but one something in that, and then the second baseman makes a catch, and the guy's running by from first, and he don't flip it to second. He kind of run out in the baseline to tag him. He could have got two there, and he didn't need just one to end the inning. They needed two,
but they ended up winning.
Yeah, so Gators girls, didn't they win the SEC? I saw that.
Well, I saw where the boys won the tournament.
Yeah. And
SEC tournament.
Bama
Florida Gators
mentioned they're going to Hoover, so they punched their card to go play. Bama did so.
Well, good deal.
Beating LSU, and I think the Florida girls. I think they won the ACC. I'm pretty sure I read that yesterday because they were battling back and forth.
They're usually pretty good, aren't they?
A game with Auburn girls, they're always good. Auburn softball.
Well, let me ask you something. The girl that was so good for Alabama, Fouts.
Yeah.
What does she do after
I don't know.
College? Because there's not a.
I know. Yeah.
I mean, is there a pro softball league?
No.
If there is, we don't know about it, and it's not televised.
No, there's no. I guess they just go into their.
Surely there's something that we don't know about.
Their major, whatever they major in or whatever.
I think there ought to be a pro softball league. I do, really. I mean, volleyball,
it's good,
softball.
I enjoy softball.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
I really do. MVP for the NBA. Say that real fast 4 times. Did they get it right? I got some stats for you to debate Shaq, who got his feathers ruffled.
You didn't like him getting it?
No, he likes to argue. Stallions remain undefeated, taking down A.J. McCarron Battlehawks. We'll talk about that a little bit also. First of all, let's get into our people that.
Wow, I didn't know Shaq didn't like it.
Let's get into people that help us around here in the area. Cherokee Eye Clinic, J.R. April McKenzie. Make sure you give them a call for all your eye needs here in town. They have great new frames and cool new prices from Nikes to Under Armour and Boche Gatana, all kind of cool frames. 927-4030. Find them on CherokeeEyeClinic.net, or you can find them on Facebook. Also, Dean, tell them about old Scott Lloyd over here.
Scott Lloyd, local lawyer, Lloyd Legal Services, Goodwin, him and his wife, 256-266-1416.
Yep, call, make an appointment. Find him on Lloyd Legal LLC. It's 266-1416. Thank you guys for being sponsors of the show.
He's a fan.
Yeah. Smart guy, high IQ. So with all that being said, let's kick things into high gear, and y'all come back and hang out with us.
Dear.
All right, show number 235. Let's kick it off and get in high gear. Dane, local news breaking down here. Both Cherokee County and Spring Garden will play tomorrow morning at 10:45.
State tournament, right?
Yeah, we'll be in Oxford, both teams. Cherokee County's playing Prattville Christian, and the Spring Garden girls will be playing Maplesville. I know Spring Garden is on field 4. I know that.
How many fields are there out there?
I think there's 4 or 5.
Oh, okay.
So be a good time to go. If you can go support your local girls over there, it'd be
both
you
of
can
them
just
playing
kind
at the same time.
Yeah, you can kind of run back and forth between field to field and watch one a little bit. And
now, did you say we had a good chance of rain?
yes, large chance of rain. I'm going to check it more tonight and see if it's going to be more toward the morning or if it's going to hold off till later. But them playing at 10:45 is good. So if it holds off, I mean, they'll be done with game 1 by 12:30ish.
Yeah, maybe I'll get it in.
Game 2 by 2:30ish or so. Yeah. I mean, it's a day thing. Now you go down there, you might as well take a.
You're not going to be there 15.
No,
I mean for one game,
3 or 4 hours. Now, if you can just go watch one game, that's all the time you have. I'm sure any of the girls and coaches from here would appreciate it. So Coach
not
Brad,
too far.
Coach Welch, and Brad, and then the lady coaches have.
Cherokee County's.
They
both had a good year, but no, Cherokee County's records.
They've won all their tournaments.
30-4, something like that. Maybe better than that.
Yeah, they got a bunch of seniors this year, so we're excited for the girls, and y'all go support, hang out, and Dane, tell us about. I don't know. I
was going to mention I seen Carson Coley.
Oh yeah,
the other day. Yeah. Said you missed softball. They miss you. She goes, I don't think they're missing you too much. She goes, maybe last year, but not anymore.
That they will, because they got like 6 seniors this year. So
yeah,
it's gonna be
she was missed.
Yeah, that's gonna be a new.
But she was like the only player they lost off that one team.
Yeah,
she was it.
And then Jolly was the only. Bo and Katrina's girl was on one of those last year.
Yeah, so 2 starters in 2 years.
But now
that's a recipe.
You got like 6.
So how many teams are left? 16 or 8?
I don't know how they do it. Sure there'll be 16 because the runner-up also goes.
Okay.
If you don't, I think if you runner-up,
it's top 2.
The region, yes.
Okay.
I didn't know that either. I thought they just took the winner of the region.
It would be 16 then.
Yeah. So good luck with them tomorrow. Hope weather permits. I gotta do this first. I'm gonna get my soapbox out.
All
right. Shea Alexander, NBA MVP player. He was the one nominated by Shaq. He thought he should have won it instead.
32 points a game
instead of Jokic winning it. Well, here's the facts of the matter. Ranked in the MVP now, Joker, this is 3 times.
Yeah.
3 in a row he's won this.
That's probably where the complaint's coming in. Come on now. Can you not give it to somebody else? I'm thinking that's what people are probably saying.
Well, Shaq's got a little problem with it being another big man. You know, I understand but, you know, he's always admitted himself. He didn't work real hard.
Really?
He's admitted it. I mean, he said, you know, if I'd have worked harder, I probably could have. His physical size and just showing up, man, he's going to dominate the game. because he was so good. He's one of the best. He's the best big man. I don't know any better.
He was good. Very good. Very
Especially
dominant.
for our time watching.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I didn't see Wilt play.
Him, Akeem Olajuwon, some of them. Those two probably.
Super good. But Shea Alexander, stat-wise, points, he was third in points. Joker was 10th in points. Field goal percentage, Shea was 25th. Joker was 10th also. Rebounds, Shea was 58th. And Joker was 4th in rebounds.
Wow.
Assist, Shea was 19th. And in assist, Joker was 3rd.
Third.
He only had 2 triple-doubles through the year from what I gathered. Shea did. And Joker was 2nd in triple-doubles this year.
Okay. I mean, hey,
So
great
I'm
year for Alexander. I mean, he's really become a superstar.
And so, Shaq.
But, those are that's pretty impressive. 3rd, 4th, 10th, 3rd, 4 categories.
Top 10 or top 4 in everything.
Yeah. Has a good free throw percentage, too. Yeah. It might not be top 10, but it's good. 3 points, good.
And I know, like Charles said, they're going to give it usually to the guy on the best team.
Well, say the Thunder won the West.
This is how it kind of goes,
But the Denver's defending champion. So I think there's a lot of evidence there to back him up. Both of them, probably.
Yeah.
I don't see how you can complain about either one of them being it. Can you?
No, I don't see. Leading in triple doubles, this is something I found out. Finding out about triple doubles, I had to mention this. Nikola Jokic ranked up like 5th on the list. 112 triple doubles in 1,500 games. Jokic.
How many? Say that again.
130 triple doubles in 675 games. Nikola.
Wow, that's over 20% nearly.
Magic.
Yeah. How many do you have?
138. He had 8 more triple doubles, but in 906 games.
So he's actually doing better than Magic.
Nikola Jokic,
who some people consider most people consider him a top 5.
Absolutely. And LeBron has only 112 triple doubles in 1,500 games.
Ooh, 1,500! I knew he played in a lot.
But he's got twice the games as both of these guys, and he don't have as much. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's pretty special stats.
Yeah, I don't. So let's just be cool with that greatest ever crap. Let's see here. Dean, did you happen to watch the Stays and the Battlehawks? Who out there did? We should have won. You know how much tickets are to that? $10.
We need to get. We're going sometime. How much longer do they got?
A month. I got another month to go to Birmingham. We can go watch Birmingham. They're still undefeated.
Of course, this league's not going out.
No, man, they're making money. The players are averaging about $5,000 a week in salaries. What they make a week,
and they're having a good time too.
Yeah, play 10 games. It's in the spring. Weather's good. Very interesting. McCarron, he had a good game, man. He had some guys. They dropped some balls on him.
Is he the best player in the league? Do you think?
He's one of them.
Okay,
he's definitely one. But they lose 26-30.
Well, tell us about the Stallions. Who's the Stallion star?
That Martinez kid, that quarterback, he played it. I forgot where he played.
The one that played at Nebraska?
Tall, slender guy.
I think it might have been the one from K-State.
Yeah.
There was an Adrian.
Yeah.
And there was a Tanner. Taylor.
Look that up for us there.
Let's see.
Taylor or Jeff or.
Let me look it up right quick.
But UFL, Martinez was 21 for 33 on the day, 3 touchdowns. Their defense, man, they give McCarron a lot of trouble. And he can't hop and move around. He's 30-something years old now. I mean, he's not the...
Is he older? He's probably older than 30, isn't he?
I think he's 33.
33.
So he's not the young whip, and he never was a runner anyway when he was at Bama. But there was a good crowd there. It's in Birmingham, and a lot of Stallion fan signs, saying welcome back to AJ.
Adrian.
Yeah, Adrian
Martinez. Nah, he played at K-State. I didn't think it was the one that played it.
No, he didn't. This guy's tall, slender, and he runs the ball a little bit.
Yeah.
And they're not bad on offense. They make some good plays, but man, their defense just lights out.
Really?
Man, you just can't. I mean,
did you recognize? And I think I think that's such a great thing.
Absolutely.
Because everybody's not great enough to play in the NFL. No. And no shame against that, but they don't.
Yeah.
I don't think players, I can't play in the NFL. Now I can never play again.
Yeah.
And they don't overdo it. Well, they play 10 games.
I think it's 10.
And in the playoffs, right? So,
yeah.
It's like a high school schedule.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is like a high school schedule.
Pretty much.
But you don't have 5 rounds of.
It's something good for guys that's not going to make the league, or maybe they can still get in the league. It's a good way to stay in shape, and it's like having a good tryout.
Well, and that vindicated, Scarborough.
Two-time champion. They won back-to-back.
Yeah.
He retired.
Yeah. I mean, but had that not happened, Scarborough didn't do it. He did great one year at Alabama, and the last year he didn't do as well.
He wound up having his knee hurt or something.
He got hurt.
So when he went to the league, he had surgery, and he played a little, and he got hurt again or something. And
he's got a little more to hang his hat on.
Yeah. And I don't know if he's involved with some coaching somewhere where he's from, and Ramsey High School.
Yeah.
Trent Richardson's at Ramsey.
That's good.
Coaching running backs.
I wished he'd have.
They cleaned house. They fired everybody.
There must have been something bad going on.
Didn't they go to state or the semis?
There had to be something we don't know about.
I mean, you're going to make room for Trent Richardson to be a running back. Now, listen, guys. Now, I'm not knocking Trent. But, Dane, just because you're a good player don't mean you.
No, gosh, no.
Now, let's remember that. You don't mean you're going to be a good coach. Okay.
And he may be excellent. He may be.
Jeff said they're expanding the UFL maybe by 2 teams in the next 4 years.
I do think it's a good thing. I didn't at first. I was like, oh gosh, but I think it's great, especially for those guys.
Women's softball summer Olympic stuff. Tyler Dalton, he's the Tider insider. She's actually playing some pro softball in June. Okay, good information there.
What? Okay, but all I'm saying is it's not something. I know she's playing pro softball, but it's not.
No, there's not really a league.
It's not carried, and we don't know about it.
Tell us about Caitlin Clark, her first WNBA. What's up with
21 points, 9 assists.
Thought she looked pretty good.
She's going to be fine. I don't know what all this talk is about. She
talk.
may have some growing pains.
Just talk.
But they're not going to be much. She's good, man.
Yeah.
She shoots as well as anybody that's ever played the game. That's not going to change just because she's got a different uniform on.
You're right.
And, she's Larry Bird type shooter.
Yeah. It really seems that way. I mean, the evidence is in the pudding. I mean, you can go look it up.
I mean, I'm not saying Larry Bird, that's all he could do, but that's one of the reasons he was great. He could shoot.
Mm-hmm. From behind the backboard. Remember that shot?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, Dominique Wilkins, Michael Jordan, them could shoot too, but they could also, and they went to the hole a lot. Bird could light it up from the outside.
Oh, I hit one of those in PE one time. Little junior game.
Had to get covered.
Yeah. Charlie Neal tried to get out there on me. I shot it over him, over the backboard. Wham!
There's probably been some good ones out there.
Everybody went nuts. Mobs and all them. Yeah.
We played down at Jacksonville.
Anthony would shoot them a lot, and they would go in.
They would go in.
Yeah, he was good.
Where was the hall there where everybody played basketball? I got in a game there. Let me just put it like this, and I'm not going to go into detail, but I was the worst player on the floor.
Where was we playing at?
Over JT Snow Hall or whatever it is. I can't remember. Where everybody played basketball at Jacksonville State pickup ball.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean at the – well, it's not there. It's different
not there anymore.
Yes, I played about 2 of them.
And I hit the game-winning shot one time.
That's
and everybody was like, really?
Diamond Dean? What?
That's the only game-winning shot I've ever hit. It was 20. You go to 24. And it was 22-21. You had to win by 2, and they found me in the corner. What kills me is the guy that found me in the corner 6'6". I mean, he can kill them all day. Oh, yeah. I just lit it up.
Me.
He kicked it back out.
I've seen some good games over there. I was there in 2000. Well, when they went to title those year and year before. And some of their football team, they played for national championship football. So I'd be over there in the summer, do a summer in a class, and there were some. I played in one that year, and then won the next year later. Dalton Debo was
just pick up top.
Debo was working at the gym there because he was in college
yeah.
there some, and he kind of helped pick up weights and
Right.
Yeah, man, there were some.
That was a rough
games.
game. That was I think I shot. That's probably the only time I shot.
Talking about locals of that, congrats to Nick's and the Dudleys. We know from Gadsden.
Going in.
I've heard a lot of stories about the Dudleys. I've heard a lot of stories. A guy I worked with that run bread over here, he went to school with them.
Yeah, well, you got Craig, you've got Keith, and there was another one, Anthony. You got one that played at Jack State on their national championship day. Keith or Craig averaged 9.5 at Bama.
Yeah.
Back when Bama was good, back when Wimp Sanderson was there.
Charles Barkley was going to try to go. That's when he said, I ain't going to Bama. I'm going to Auburn. They playing dead out there. They need my help. That's why he went to Auburn.
But Nick's, man, I looked this up. Nick's is hold it. Let me.
Yeah.
Okay, Nick's obviously has a son that went in the first round.
Bo Nick's playing at Denver now. Played at Auburn some, went on to Oregon. Everybody knows.
Quarterback at Etowah, led Auburn to 11-0 record, but they could not go to they were on probation. 110-31 in high school football. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I did not know this. I didn't. You might have. He was the OC at Miami and Georgia Tech. He was the OC at Miami.
Maybe I read it. I don't remember.
Hey, that's pretty good if your high school coach used to be the OC at
Miami or Georgia Tech.
Miami or Georgia Tech.
Yeah. Sure, absolutely.
And Nick's is he's a little older than me. I think he's about 53.
Yeah. And tell us the old coach from Piedmont.
Yeah, Hoblazel. Oh, yeah, I've got the stuff on him. George Hoblazel.
If y'all don't know, most everybody knows Coach Smith and knows Steve, and he's set a precedental mark at Piedmont, built a dynasty, winning back-to-back championships and miss a year and then win back-to-back again. And I mean,
won five.
But Hoblazel was old school guy, kind of took the shovel in the dirt. And
oh, man.
This was before the nice field and all the extra money came and,
Tough. Hoblazel. Now, listen to all this. He's going to be inducted in the Calhoun County Hall of Fame. He won 105 games at Piedmont. He was the head coach at Douglas, Dade County, Georgia, Heflin, Fort Payne, Valley Head. Took Valley Head to the state championship.
1972.
Your daddy's senior year.
Daddy told me about that team.
Which was the one of two games. Your daddy and them they barely lost one game, and they had one game where they didn't do too well, and that was against Valley Head.
Whoever he said their quarterback or something, he
was fantastic.
He went and played somewhere.
But they did lose. He took them to semifinals. He took Piedmont to semifinals. Dade County, best team they've ever had. He was the coach. Coached 36 years, Matt. And guess what? He was an assistant for Calhoun High School when they won some of their championships. Defensive.
Yeah.
I've heard linebackers. I don't know. I've heard linebackers. I heard he was the D coordinator. Then I heard his boy was the D coordinator, Tommy. Well, they were both on the staff.
Hoblazel.
So the only story I know about him is a guy that I know said he coached with him, and he was coaching the JV, and he put in a reverse. And Hoblazel come down there and said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "It's just a reverse, coach." He goes, "Let's run George Hoblazel plays."
Well, you're the Hall of Famer, coach, whatever you say.
But he was great, and, coached 36 years, man. I mean, head coach.
A lot of wins.
223. That sounds like he deserves it in DeKalb and Calhoun. He may already be in DeKalb.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody, Aaron, if you're on here, Aaron usually knows Taylor and Tyler Insider. You know about Hoblazel. What do y'all?
I'd like to know who that, and Lauderdale County beat them in the state championship. 38-21. I read that
beat
today.
Who, Valley Head?
Beat Valley Head in 72.
Well, there was a running back.
Now, that Valley Head won one in 84, but he was not their coach.
No, they had a running back from. I thought they had a running. Somebody. I'm hearing when they wanted that year, they beat them. They had a guy, I think, from around Springville area.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's right. I may be on a different year, but they were good. It wasn't. They didn't just go down there and Valley Head just didn't lose to a bad team.
No. Valley. And what was interesting, and I mean, I'm going to bring this up because I'm a Cedar Bluff alumni, but they only lost 2 games in 76, and one of them was by a touchdown in the semifinals. And Cedar Bluff went 6-4 and beat them bad that year.
Yeah, they had some.
John Barnes.
Yeah, Cedar Bluff had some. The years that Sandrock won it, Cedar Bluff was the only team that put up a
fight there.
Yeah.
I mean, put up the best fight.
Yeah.
I don't say they're the only team that put up a fight, but they did put up.
It was the closest game of the year.
Yes,
by the book.
Oh yeah, went to overtime.
Yeah, it was like 12-10 or
7-6
or
7-6, I think.
Yeah, something crazy. So those are some local names.
Yeah,
and
David
people
Blevins threw a touchdown pass on 4th 40.
Oh boy,
Wasn't that? That's what it said in Scott Wright's book.
Well,
4th and 40.
Yeah, could you imagine just being on the sideline
or 4th and 30?
You watch the ball go and you're like, all we got to do is knock it down.
Obviously, no offense, David was great, but obviously he just threw it up. It was a Hail Mary.
Then you Sandrock team's going, no.
But they did end up winning the game.
I bet Jack LA was mad.
Yeah, he had Jim Tom on that.
I bet he
Tony
was upset.
Crane, David Blevins.
You think he was upset about it?
When they threw that touchdown?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure because he was young then. He was probably only 27 or 28.
He was fired up a bit.
Well, he was upset. But, of course, they got the ball back and you get it on the 10.
Mm.
But I think they blocked the PAT.
Mm.
So maybe that lit him up after that.
No. Building on county
Or
rivalries.
PAT was missed. PAT's missed all the time back then.
A lot back then. Yeah.
And even when I was playing, which was a few years after, I mean, David, you were happy when you got a PAT.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah,
It wasn't a
big deal.
given.
No.
It's not like college. High school PATs are not like college.
Not at small
No.
2A now. And that rivalry is been renewed this year. And next week we're going to start talking about some of that stuff. Cedar Bluff, Sandrock being the same region again with Pisgah, North Sand Mountain, Pleasant Valley section.
They had some great games in the late 80s, early 90s.
All the way through, yeah.
And some since then.
That's some local news and guys stuff. Dean, did you see? I don't know how to feel about this. I'm with the coaches on this. Coach Freeze at Auburn and Coach Kelly at LSU did some interviews here a few days ago, and it was a big spiel on the internet, probably like Tuesday or Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Local news guy from Louisiana goes down there and talks to Coach Kelly. And you may run across this on somewhere.
I read it on what you put.
We're not gonna buy players. That's what he's saying. NIL stuff. And
well, you got to, don't you?
he said, well, we went out to get some defensive linemen, and that's what we're going out here to do. He said, you got to have a return on your investment. And that's what we're looking at here. We're talking about money. And I thought this when we first started doing this, like you're going to pay a guy. We'll use Caleb Downs, for example. He's the hot topic. He gets $1.5 million, go to Ohio State. What if he gets hurt game one? Where's your money go?
He still gets it, don't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just one. It's a chance you take. I never thought about them getting hurt. They still get it.
What if?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure a lot of them will. I don't want to say a lot, but there's no way. I looked today and there's 300 kids that have transferred, and they're all getting paid, and some of them's going to get hurt.
And the thing is, I think some media people took off with it and run with it in another direction and say, well, we're just not buying players. And you got the reaction from everybody like I did at first.
Like I just did.
Well, you got to. Like Dabo, well, you've got to be able to get in there and get players and buy them.
Right.
He's saying that you want to get the right player.
Mm-hmm.
You want the player that fits your system. And we want to develop players here.
Right.
They don't want you to just come in and be one and done. And I told me and you and Burge was on, we talked about this. This is going to settle down.
Oh, yeah.
Right now it's hot. It's new. It's hot. And everybody's moving around. High school kids moving around. It's just, coaches moving, and it's going to calm down. But, Coach Kelly at LSU, he's right. you do want a player that fits your system. You want a guy that's going to come in and work, and you want him to hang around for 2-3 years.
Yeah,
You want him to be an LSU Tiger.
Yeah.
You want him to be.
Yeah, you don't want he lost some players.
Yeah, and you want to be an Auburn Tiger. You want to come in. He wants to develop these guys. That was shout out Trey Wallace on Twitter. He did this article here.
So what they're pretty much saying is they're not going to just rely on that.
You can't.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I agree.
Right.
You can't.
Right.
You can't just, again, I use that word, hired guns, mercenaries.
Yeah.
You can't just be Clint Eastwood, or you can't be the Wild Bill Hickok and, the movie, and go out here and hire, the James gang.
Yeah.
You just hire some guns. Well, I got old Doc over here. I hired him to come in with a group, and he's going to be a hired gun for us. It's not going. You can't do that.
Right.
Now you can plug holes, and you can add a guy here or there that's got a little experience, and maybe you need some depth. You need some depth on some players. And we'll talk about some Bama players has moved around and got some in. Auburn got in a lineman. They need some more depth offensive line. They got a guy in. And speaking of Auburn, Free says that he's comfortable with Thrawn right now, and he felt like he did not need to spend $1 million to go out and buy a quarterback. But that don't mean he won't later, quote. He wants to develop Thrawn and the other quarterbacks, Brown, White, and Geriner, for outplaying. He don't want to overpay these kids. It is a hard decision, especially when NIL is trying to run your payroll.
How much do they get? How much can they pay?
It's just different. Different companies are going to pay them.
Right. So it's not a set amount.
No.
It's not a salary cap. You think it should be?
Yes, because they're going to have to do something.
Okay. Alabama, you got $3 million. LSU, you got $3 million. Auburn, you got $3 million.
See, they do their own fundraising within their boosters. Like I know Georgia has. I had reported this back at the end of last year. Georgia has a fund with $10 million in it, and like all their players get at least like $20,000 or something. $20,000 is they can pay rent on a house off campus, or buy some groceries, or
right.
Your average fat boy like me, just a lineman. Without us, the game don't work at all, but we seem to get overlooked.
Yeah. No.
Why is your quarterback got a Lamborghini and your center's got nothing? What?
Yeah, but you let a team have a bad line, especially in college. You ain't getting away with no bad line in college football.
Alabama center, McLaughlin guy, what happened?
Yeah.
Play was ready. They had pitchforks. They had a rail
over the bad snap.
They ready to run him out. They did run him out of town.
Well, he's gone.
He's at Ohio State now.
And I'm sure that's a lot of it, is the reaction after that game.
So I agree with Coach Freeze here and Coach Kelly, LSU. You want to spend the money on the right players, and you can't be Colorado and just plug and play. You can't plug and play the whole team.
Right. And they've gotten some pretty good players.
Oh, their schedule.
It's not as bad as last year's.
Yeah, it's worse. Talking about Colorado. Yeah. Mike Wright, Mississippi State, by the way. He transferred to go out north. Remember he was at Vanderbilt? I was high on him.
Yes.
You remember him?
Where is he going now?
Northwestern.
Well, I did see Matt, and I'm glad you said that. I saw where Rocket Sanders, who was the best back in the league 2 years ago, went to South Carolina.
Yeah.
And Tripp, I don't know, I say Trainum, who was Ohio State's third back, but he got to play a lot, is going to be at Kentucky. Kentucky might be all right.
And they got Vandergriff.
Yeah, and they got their receivers back, which would be Dane Key and Barry and Brown, I think's his name.
They lost some linemen, though. They're trying to find them some linebackers and corners.
But he's in a good situation. He can go 8-5, and their people up there aren't mad.
No, didn't seem that way.
No, they went 7-6 last year, and they were happy with them. I mean, they wasn't disappointed.
Well, they got him a new quarterback, and the old black guy with the goggles. Remember seeing him play late in the year last year? We've seen him play one guy. I think maybe he played the bowl game. He's good. He's really good. Y'all keep your eye on him. He is very special.
Yes, definitely.
Now, quarterbacks and stuff, and we're going to talk about some players here and there moving around. There's a lot of quarterbacks coming out this year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you look from Quinn Ewers to Milrow to Cook to Beck,
and then in the other leagues,
these guys could come out. And then Will Howard, of course, at Ohio State.
Van Dyke.
Yeah.
Wisconsin now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cam Ward, he'll be at Miami. He'll be one and done.
Leonard.
Yeah.
Notre Dame.
This coming draft class is proof.
Yeah, there's a lot of good quarterbacks. SEC's what we went over it last week has 6.
Yeah.
6 back. But, Vandergriff is going to be one of the top quarterbacks, I think.
And Nico
is.
Well, see, we didn't consider him coming back.
Right.
Because he didn't start. He played the ball game, and he's going to wind up being one of the better quarterbacks maybe in the conference.
Well, I know some Tennessee fans. My cousin's married to one, and I got family up there. They like him.
Yeah, he's very good.
They like him a lot. And, of course, they definitely like their receivers, McCoy and White, which are two of the – which I'm sorry now. They're probably not better than Ole Miss's receivers right now.
Yeah, Burton's going to be probably number one back in the SEC, number one receiver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, just coming back. I mean, he's maybe I've heard some people say in the nation.
You're talking about Missouri.
Yeah.
Yes, Burton. Yeah.
But the guy that mentioned that, and he does he works for 24/7. But I wanted to say, what about Ibuka? Did y'all forget?
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Oh yeah. I'd say him and Burden will be two of the top ones. Yeah, Ibuka definitely. He was hurt a little bit last year, but Harrison got all the love the year before, and his stats were right there with him. Was they not? We're talking about Emeka Ibuka.
Yeah.
From Ohio State. Yeah. Hurt a lot last year.
Yeah.
He's back full throttle.
There's going to be a lot of guys moving around. We're going to talk about the elites. I want to put this up here first, guys, for in-state. If you're looking for spring games, Geraldine is hosting Anniston Friday evening. I think it's going to be about 6 o'clock. Coach Michael Davis is going to bring Anniston, which is the own regular season region game for Cherokee County. So I would imagine if you're interested in Cherokee County football, you would also may want to be at Geraldine Friday night.
6 o'clock.
Yep.
Geraldine went to the semifinals and went down to pretty much the end of the game. Yes. Very great team.
A shout out for Coach Michael you looking for an athletic team somewhere to play? You found one.
Yeah.
A known super athletic 4A team.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they decide they're going to play up a league. They're 3A.
Yeah.
And he knows who he's got to overcome, which he has 2 years. They've got 5 in 3A now, but they've been able to handle it.
Yeah, they have beat 5. They beat them last year handily.
I don't
know if it's handily, but they beat them.
I don't know how that's going to go. Boy, it's going to be a burner this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 5 will be loaded
I think
again.
It's going to be back at 5 too.
Yeah, 5's got everybody back. They got the kid that nobody can tackle. I mean,
nobody, yeah.
In this room right here, we'd have a hard time getting
Logan Anderson.
He scored.
Dang it. I had him cornered up.
Doors locked.
Me and Dean both trying to get him. I darn it and pin him up.
I don't know. He's good.
He is.
He's the best I've seen around.
Locals, Dean, here, y'all can check it on your
No
screen.
offense, Jacob. Oh, Jacob, you're great too.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
But I think they were the best too. If you had to pick
in the area,
the best 2 backs.
Yeah.
They're first team backfield.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Podcast listeners, these are some spring games around the state. Thank you tuning in there. Real Talk with JB. Justin Bentley kind of acquired a conversation with him through the weekend, and we're going to stay in touch through the year and share info for up here in the north, and he'll have stuff for the south for us. And he's the kind of a sports guy looking in on stuff down there. Real Talk with JB.
Yeah.
For Real Town.
Real Town.
Completed. JAG was at Charles Henderson. The JAG won 16-12. McAdory versus Dothan at Troy. Dothan won that in 28-27. Wow. Booker T. Washington at Parker and Troy. Booker T won 18-7. Valley at Eufaula. Eufaula won that in 24-14. And May the 16th, I guess that'll be Thursday, St. James, which will be in the state championship team. They had won last year, inter-squad. Clay Chalkville at Opelika Carver. An MGM inter-squad game. Benjamin Russell will be at Auburn and Saraland at Enterprise. That'd be a good one, wouldn't it?
Clay chalk. Well, they just reload every year.
That would be a Sarah Landed Enterprise. That'd be a good one to be at. Now, all these games are South Alabama, and I looked at one here.
Is there anybody? Is Coosa playing anybody?
I can't remember.
So Geraldine and Aniston. We have to ride up there.
I know. Friday.
It's not that far.
No. Railtown have inter-squad game. Beauregard at Montgomery Catholic. That was one, Beauregard. And then at Huntington, Wetumpka at Tallahassee. And
I like that.
Staten at Headland.
I don't know nothing about them.
These are in South. There was one of them down here. Which one did I see? And I was like, it was
Chattooga plays Friday.
somebody who was going to Fairhope, JB. Somebody was going to Fairhope, and I seen, well, I could, but then I remember Fairhope. That's in Mobile.
We can't go there.
6 hours.
We can go to Fairview, which ain't that far.
So there's some spring games.
Chattooga plays Southwest Whitfield Friday in Dalton.
Coosa will be playing Valley Head in a jamboree.
When is it?
August 16th, he thinks. Thank you, sir.
Oh, okay.
That's it. Jackson. That's the one I was looking at. Jackson, Aggies. Duckworth, quarterback, and
He back?
Yep. And sophomore this year, tailback Ezekiel.
Good ball players, eh?
They're going to be at Fairhope. Now, if you want to see they're going to be. Well, they were favored last year for the South, but it didn't work out. Catholic took care of business. Coach Juice and the bunch just decided not to give up, but about 11 touchdowns all year.
Give up 70-something points.
78.
70. Was that it?
All year?
I think it was the best defense
in the state, period.
Since Clay County.
Not just 4A, 1 through 7A, best defense.
But I also think it was the best defense
in history. Yeah, it was.
One of them.
Yeah, it was. They were.
Maybe for 4A for sure.
They were right in there.
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, some of the best. I know Clay County gave up like 3 points a game 1 year back when they were
and I know it's not
loaded.
It wasn't worth nothing at the time after the game with Cherokee County because they're upset. They lost. And
a lot closer than the score.
They played them hard.
They did.
But I was just trying to make us say, guys, this is the best defense maybe in the state ever in high school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You don't have to just drown yourself in sorrow that you lost because nobody could beat them. I mean, they're not giving up no. They give up
nothing.
They give up average a touchdown a game.
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville had one of the best quarterbacks in the state, obviously, right? One of
he showed out when we went.
One of the best quarterbacks, especially for 4A quarterbacks. Top guy, yeah. Going to play at Troy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good quarterback. He had a lot of trouble with the Catholic.
Really?
Yeah.
And Hanley's loaded, and he did not.
No, yeah, that was a good game. We were at Hanley.
That was a good game. Now, they did it first. And nothing hats off. I mean, Jacksonville was good. Their receiver's good. He's going to Harvard, right? To play football. You don't even have to say and football when you say somebody's going to Harvard. I think that says enough. He's going to Harvard.
Yeah, you don't even have to play football.
And he's going to play football up there, too.
Yeah, Booker T against 6A Park Crossing. So Booker T, see, they put Jackson out last year.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they've come on.
Yeah, they got some guys.
Kind of come out of nowhere.
4A South is definitely they've always got a team. Mobile Christian, Pleasant Grove's going to be good again. Bibb County, American Christian
squad.
American Christian's going to have
Bibb's always good.
Hanley, don't forget Hanley.
Oh, yeah.
And St. James moved up. See,
I think Hanley's probably got a bunch of guys back.
They do. St. James, remember them? 3A? Mm-hmm. Well, they had to move up. So they're 4A.
Okay.
And then you got Madison Academy. They bumped 4A. So 4A North battle, a lot of people assume Cherokee County would play a Madison Academy for 4A North.
And we think Cherokee County will be very good again.
Yeah, their region, I think they got a really good shot at it. And we're going to talk about more of this stuff.
Yeah.
We'll do a lot of that. Starting next week, we're going to do a lot of high school stuff because softball will be done. The draft's done. NBA's kind of getting to the end. And there's just
we're nearly down to the Final Four. NBA drags on or goes longer than anything.
NBA had their pick today, and the Hawks got three first-round draft picks.
Oh, my gosh. I do hear that Trae Young may be fixing to hit the road.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame him. They're terrible. I think June the 27th is the picking day. NFL, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. NBA, have y'all been watching any?
Yeah,
I didn't watch today. I watched the Pacers and the Knicks.
Well, the Nuggets are playing tonight. They'll play.
Well, they come by. I seen them win a game.
Well, it's been a little. The Timberwolves are up 2-1.
Well, Edwards didn't play good. He had a bad night.
No, he finally had a bad night.
Yeah. He's good, man.
What's weird about that is they win the 2 games in Denver and
go home and lose.
Dallas is up 2-1 on the Thunder. Luka and Irving playing fantastic.
I like Kyrie.
And, they're the best players on that team. They don't have another superstar. I mean, and they got a lot of role players, and they're playing well. Celtics are up 2-1 on the Cavs. I was surprised the Cavs stole one from them in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
And 2-2, New York and Indiana. And I'm telling you, it's this close from being 4-0 Pacers.
I know.
New York's good. They got Brunson, Hart.
I don't know what's going on.
And got a guy named OJ Anunoby. They're good.
Yeah.
DiVincenzo. But Halliburton. That Indiana has a bunch of players.
I know Celtics lost one of the Cavs the other day.
Yeah, they did. That shocked me. But
yeah,
I do think that
players take a day off. They just do. They'll just take a day off on you.
I think the Celtics are going, Matt, but I don't know who's going in that Knicks Pacers. And I don't know who's going on either side in the West.
Yeah, I don't see the Hawks there. I'm with you. I give up on them and the Braves and the Falcons years ago, JB.
So who do you think's going out of the West?
I know, man. That's what.
I don't know. I don't have a clue. I do think, I'll be honest with you, I think Denver will come on and win this series.
Probably so.
But
this East is.
I think it's going to be Denver and Boston again. I thought the Timberwolves. I said the Timberwolves would win it, but I don't know after they lost at home.
A lot of people had them. I like them.
Well, Denver's going to get 2 more at home now.
Well, they beat them twice at home.
They did beat them twice at home.
So
bad one time.
Yeah, if they get locked in, man.
I don't know. And Thunder and Dallas, that is an even matchup. Now, I do think, and the Pacers and Knicks is even. I do think the Celtics are better.
Yeah.
But can they beat the Pacers or the Knicks?
Wow, man.
The Pacers and Knicks is a matchup kind of like back in the old days when
the Knicks and Pacers,
Ewing and
Reggie and Miller and all that group.
Yeah. But what really people didn't realize is that's when Jordan was dominating.
Yeah, nobody was eating, man. When Michael's at the table, that's what I put that question out to the day.
They were great. Those teams were great.
There's been 6 other champs. We know 6 times, and the championships that LeBron's played in that he's lost. So while he was at the table, he gave away 6 rings. He's got 4, so there's 10. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're sitting at the table and you got 10 meals coming to you, and you only get 4 of them, you're letting people eat, man. I don't think LeBron's got anything to prove. I would suggest for him he just needs to retire. He cries so much, man. He's just ruining his legacy. It makes him look weak.
I've heard more people say he was a crybaby this week. Yeah. Not just Matt.
No, it's just he's stomping on the floor like an 8-year. I shared the video. I cut a short out of it 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I can't support. I can't. Now, Michael and Magic and all them, they yelled at refs and stomped. Yeah, they did, but not a lot. We're talking about he's doing it like multiple times in one game. He's stomping. He's laying on the floor on his hands and knees. No, I mean, he's crying on the floor.
And I love this guy, but I guess the whiningest player back then, which I'm not saying I'm just saying he was the whiningest back then, was probably Isaiah.
Yeah.
And he's not well liked.
No, because it's just considered.
But I thought he was fantastic.
It was just considered weak, and they didn't want him on the Olympic team because he's just a trouble. He's a smart aleck.
Yeah, he kind of caused some,
They asked him, like, why did Michael not want him on the team? And, they tried to pin Charles down with that question the other day, and he said, I don't know. I wasn't involved in that conversation. But all I know is, a lot of people didn't like him.
But he was great.
I said, I can just tell you what I know. And Charles just said, this is what I know. A lot of people didn't like him.
But I don't know that his whining even.
He just had.
It's not even close, is it?
No, LeBron's great. He's a great. That's what the worst part. If it was like
or complaining, I don't want to call it whining. It's not like he's crying like a baby. It's just complaining to the refs a lot. I mean, it's Rasheed Wallace type stuff. Who was great,
constant, man.
But Rasheed Wallace got a lot of T's.
Constant.
Draymond has complains to the refs a lot. He's getting thrown in with those guys.
He's too good to.
Barkley with a woofer. He was. I mean, I love Charles Barkley, but Charles Barkley played nasty.
Yeah, almost all guys did back then. I just, oh man, I can't. I'm just moved on from him, and so basketball, Nuggets and Celtics. Well, guess I don't know. The East is tough.
I don't know. Well, we'll know a lot more after tonight because the Nuggets and the Timberwolves are playing tonight.
I think you may have a winner come out of that Pacers next team.
They're good. That is an even match.
Whoever wins that may be in your finals.
And I'm very impressed with Indiana because, like you said, that they got 9 different guys that score for them.
There's a big tall guy I was telling you earlier.
9. Halliburton, the guard. They got Halliburton, Turner, McConnell, Naismith, Toppin, Siakam. I mean, they're just absolutely Nimhard. That's a weird last name. I know. Weird. But they just none of them are superstars. I guess Siakam and Halliburton are probably all stars, wouldn't you think?
I'd guess so.
But are they superstars?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I wouldn't think so.
And Halliburton, I mean,
Bill Russell's great, Jeff. No doubt.
They're good.
111, 17 as a player coach.
Now, Indiana's coach, I'll mention this and we can move on. I know he said that the ref just straight up cheated up in Madison Square Garden the other night.
Yeah, I seen that.
He got thrown out.
Yeah,
he said he just straight up cheated.
Yeah, I seen where he's complaining about that.
But now I think when he got thrown out, they were down a few.
Well, I think
they could have won either one of those games. They could have won this thing 4-0.
What's brought on a lot of this, I'll make these 2 points. What's brought on, I think, a lot of this is LeBron said, we got replay now. How are we missing stuff? That's a good point.
Which you agree with him
yeah,
on that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you shouldn't be missing stuff if you got replay. But
you can only do so many, though, right?
No, they can. I mean, the refs can do what they want to. If they need to look at some stuff. Hey, this guy went off his hand. After this, it come off his head. And the last thing, I just give you this Nikola Jokic, and then Joker has won he won the MVP 3 times.
Yeah.
Why are these European guys? They've took over the league. Why are guys like Kyrie Irving? Why are guys like Ja Morant? Why are guys like Trey Ice? Why are guys like Anthony Davis? Why are guys like Tatum? I'm just naming a few here. Why are they not MVPs? Why? What's going on?
These
guys are the people I just named are great.
Yeah.
When's the last time James Harden or Paul George?
Yeah. Yeah, they're very
Russell
good.
Westbrook.
These guys are doing everything, and they don't make no mistakes.
Durant is still playing basketball, people.
Yeah.
What's going on? What?
And Luka. Look at Luka, 35 points a game.
What we doing?
They say they're so fundamentally sound. It's just ridiculous.
No, I'm talking about all these.
Oh, are they? Oh, they're still playing good ball.
Nikola Jokic, 675 games. He's got 130 triple doubles. Magic had 138 and 906. Magic Johnson, he's going to pass his record in games and triple doubles.
Oh, yeah.
Soon.
Probably 150 games quicker.
He'll pass him next year easy.
Yeah. He only needs 9.
Why? I'll tell you let me give you a theory.
Mm-hmm.
I can only assume that those reasons are that those great players that I just named, from the Kyries to Paul Georges to Trey Ices to Zion Williams.
He finally come on this year, didn't he?
What is going on? Because I think these European guys, they're winning MVPs. They're leading up here in triple doubles and stuff because the league's become soft. I think the European market has taken over basketball because you don't have to play a hard, fast game like you even did when LeBron came in the league. It's changed since LeBron has been here.
Well, so half those guys you've named have been out a lot with injury. Irving's gone through his battles with COVID shots and injury.
No, he didn't get no shot.
He didn't get it. I know.
They wouldn't let him play.
Harden's been hurt. George has been hurt. Kawhi Leonard has been hurt a lot.
These guys.
Now Tatum's not hurt much.
How can they be hurt so much? What about Brown? These guys, I mean, the Celtics are loaded.
Jaylen Brown, yeah. But he's never been. I don't know if he's ever, as good as he is, has he ever been considered an MVP candidate?
I don't.
Embiid is a lot.
You got this big, goofy-looking Russian guy they call the Joker. He could really care less about the game. Mm-hmm. He told after he won the finals, he's more worried about his horses and going home and riding them than he was anything.
Yeah, and the boy from Dallas can play too.
And I'm thinking like the phenom superstars like Wembanyama, which he won the Rookie of the Year.
Hey, it sounds like he's going to be as good as advertised.
Yes. Surprising to me. Usually those big guys are clumsy.
I did not think it. I thought he'd be okay.
Yeah. He moves better than what I thought.
Yeah.
He's not clumsy. Most of those guys are clumsy. He don't move like, how Manute Ball would move around.
Mm-hmm.
Olajuwon didn't move like that. He moved well.
Yeah, but he wasn't that tall.
Yeah. He's like Manute Ball tall out there.
Oh, he's 7'6".
Spin moving on people.
Or 7'5", maybe.
Amazing talent.
Yeah.
But is the league just become soft enough to where these Euro people they're kind of taking over a little bit?
Yeah, I'd say that's a good.
I don't know.
Good assessment. Yeah. Well, a lot of load management. Luka and them don't do that, do they?
No.
And they're not the only two.
That's why they're winning these awards, because they're playing. Get off your butts, dude. There's some guy up here in the.
Well, see, Morant's had all those troubles with guns.
That's what
I didn't hear nothing out of him this year. Zion's been hurt.
That's what. God, we gotta tighten that thing. Larry Bird said that. Larry Bird said that there's a guy that worked in the sanitation department up here in the top rafters.
Mm-hmm.
Works and makes, this is in the late 80s. This was some little interview I seen, a playback. He makes $300 a week. He just spent, $20 on a ticket to come watch me play. I feel like I need to play.
Yeah.
That's what Larry said. Yeah. And Michael was always big on that. Magic, all those guys were always big on, I should be playing, man. There's some guy up there on that top row that's, got a wife and 2 kids at home. And the guy worked at the sanitation department there in Boston somewhere. And he's like, I play for them, man.
I mean, we got to be for real here. And I don't think
managing too much.
I don't think I have to say it, but I'm going to. Magic played with HIV.
Bro.
He played. Not right at first.
Yeah, but still.
He would have.
Yeah, if they would have let him, but it got reported it was dangerous. They were afraid if he got cut.
Yeah.
And little do we know then, if you get cut, it's dead upon. As soon as air contact's made, it's dead.
Right.
But I mean, and you don't see a lot of Cal Ripken Jr. didn't have load management. You know how many baseball games, how many full seasons he played? He has the record.
Every one of them.
Just about. Are you kidding me? Them guys play crazy.
Somebody
games.
were like, dude, take a day.
Cal Ripken Jr.
We're 53 and 107. We got 1 game left. No. It's like the guy I worked with at Inland that did not miss a day for 35 years. I was not that guy, but hey, you got to admire that. That's how Ripken was.
Well, shout out to Big Ed too in retirement.
Yeah, Big Ed Price, 37 years, 8 was it?
37 or 8, a lot.
It might have been 40.
It might have been 40. It's a lot. So shout out to him for grinding.
Yeah.
Talking about not missing a day of work. He ain't the kind of guy missing a day of work neither.
I think he's 62 now,
May
61.
A day or 2 a week.
Funny guy.
May miss 2 days a year of work.
Yeah, he didn't miss much. Run that place. Let me tell you something. When I first went up there wasn't okay. We're talking famous in your venue. He was about as popular as anybody I've ever seen in his venue.
In their spot. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
When he come in that break room,
everybody got quiet. Everybody's, let's see what Big Ed
does. Woohoo, there's Ed. I mean, it was everybody. It was almost like a standing ovation.
Shout out to him, man. We got to get little party together or something. Have some hot dogs.
Yeah,
this summer.
I love it. I've always have.
Good folks.
Yeah.
So that's kind of NBA kick around. We disagree with Shaq on his wanting Shea to be the Alexander. He don't.
I mean, I wouldn't have had a problem with it, but I don't see how you can argue that Jokic shouldn't have been.
He's either 10 or 4 in all the stats.
Every major stat. Yeah.
I have a good idea why he don't choose him, and I don't know it for a fact, so I'm gonna keep my opinions to myself. It seems it's getting a little obvious
Let's just get over that.
Yeah, don't be that way.
Yeah, really.
You control the league, and you make a lot of money, and there's nobody against you.
No,
not at all. So and that feels like what he's doing, and it rubs people that way. And I hope that's not what it is. I hope he's just got a different opinion. So, well, Joker and them, they may make it to the finals again.
They got a good shot, but I'm telling you now, they got a tall order in the Timberwolves.
Oh man, they could beat the Knicks I think does the East look better right now? Tougher? It does to me.
To me, yes. Well, we get up there and they play in the finals, and the West wins 4 games. We'll know the difference. But yes, it looks more competitive. It looks tough. The East hasn't won it. Well, no, that's not true. Well, the East hadn't.
When's the last time they won it?
Cleveland?
When LeBron and Kyrie won?
Surely, to gosh, somebody in the East has won it since then.
Well, that was, 2017?
16 or 17? You've had Golden State win it several times, 3 or 4. 4, right?
They won it at L.A. in 2020.
Won it at L.A. Toronto won it one time. San Antonio.
Yeah.
I don't know that the East has won one in quite a while. Well, they haven't. Boston didn't win one. Detroit's not won one. Chicago. Miami we're wrong, they nearly did.
Miami's going to be your team. I look for Jimmy Butler to find him somewhere to go.
Philadelphia hasn't won one. No, the East hasn't won one, I guess. And tell us if we're wrong on that since Irving and LeBron won.
I don't think so. Yeah, Phil, see if we're wrong.
And they came about as close to not winning that as you can come.
Yeah.
So it would be, and before that, it was a long time. It was with LeBron. I don't know if an East team that didn't have LeBron on it. Been a while since the East team's not won it without LeBron, right?
As far as I know.
Well, Garnett and them won one.
Yeah,
that was 17 years ago.
Yeah. Well, LeBron put them out that year when they was at Ray, and then was that year they was all together at Boston.
Mm-hmm. Put him out. Where was he then? Cleveland or Miami?
Yeah, Cleveland. That was his.
He did do some impressive stuff.
That was his first few years. That's what kind of helped put him on the map. But the excuse was, well, they were older. Those guys were coming to retire. Garnett and Pierce and Ray. But Ray went on and played with LeBron at Miami and helped him win a chip there.
Yeah, he hit a game-winning shot. They wouldn't have won that.
No, Kyrie Irving hit one at Cavaliers for him.
Yeah.
Win that last game.
Now, that one at Miami, they straight up just won it.
Yeah.
And I think the Lakers did when they beat Miami. And
the
when
bubble.
Yes.
And people consider the bubble not a game. A lot of guys.
But they did play it.
A lot of sports writers say, nah.
Really?
Yeah, no. They do football too.
Oh, no.
Like Alabama. Now, I'm not, with the football.
Because there wasn't fans there?
But with football, they played their own league, and I think the SEC has been the most dominant league around. So if you won just in the most dominant league and didn't play any New Mexico states or nobody else's, just your conference, and you beat all them, I think that's pretty good.
I can't say. I mean, LeBron and them played. They played.
Yeah.
And they won. So,
yeah.
What does it matter if they're playing at the asphalt or the Cherokee County or Gadsden State down here?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's
what
it called for that year, was to be in the bubble.
Sports writers' opinions.
Huh.
There's people think that. Man.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Do you?
Not really. I mean,
they had a full-fledged playoff.
They played the games and they won them.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
There just wasn't nobody there.
Yeah. It was weird. Like watching wrestling those years is just TV screens in the crowd. And you're like, wow, is this what we're doing? All right, guys. college football news, what we've been waiting on. The new kids on the block, Dean. There's going to be some
block.
There's going to be some guys come in here, and we are going to try to figure out here. Let's see which one is which. Tell us about some of them you was telling me earlier, and we'll fire up here on the.
You're talking about some of the new guys. Oh,
Yeah.
The transfers.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I was talking about Sanders, Rocket.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and Chip Trenatham, Trainum going to Kentucky. I just think that's a big pickup, and I didn't realize that they. I don't know. That changes the outlook for me for Kentucky and South Carolina. And King Mack coming to Alabama. That's good. And a secondary that's kind of depleted.
From Penn State to come on to Bama.
And what about this Vandermack making Alabama's line even better?
Well, it's going to pick up some more depth.
Right, which is needed.
Yeah, which is definitely what you want to see. And I'm trying to look for.
But see, this Matt said it earlier, you got the guy from Michigan, Saab, that has transferred into Alabama in the secondary. In what looks like a depleted secondary, because Arnold's gone and Kool-Aid's gone and Caleb Downs is gone, suddenly has Malachi Moore back and these two guys.
Yeah.
And I don't know. They may be better than we think. They're already set at linebacker, I think, with Lawson, who's one of the better, and Campbell, Jahad Campbell, and Deontay Lawson. And their D-line's good. So this Alabama defense may be a little better than we think with these additions.
I was trying to find that that feed I had on our Facebook page earlier.
But now, as far as freshmen coming in, of course, Alabama's got Williams. He's going to probably play immediately. Cam Coleman, but I haven't heard a lot about some others that are going to play immediately.
I'll give you some names here. Macumba,
could play automatically.
And see, we didn't see him in the spring game at all. See if I can get this to pull up right here. Here it is. Gunslingers around college football.
I'm telling you, it's getting to the point to where a lot of freshmen just don't play like they used to. Automatic. I mean, it's just not. There's some good players, especially with this transfer portal and stuff going on. NIL. It's hard for freshmen to play, right? Just to come in and make an impact.
Here is guys that are playing. They're already at schools, and I give some of these out. There's just some guys to look at and to
Rayola,
scratch your head about, see what you think, and is there going to be an impact? Some of these guys, Lagway at Florida.
I think he could start.
Big time football player. I mean, he is definitely. He's one of the guys that's going to come in. He looked good. Had him on the thumbnail on the cover picture. Looked good to play spring football. I think he's. I don't know.
I think he could. Well, they don't have a proven guy.
Well, who was his?
And you said Wright was gone.
Graham Mertz. Yeah, Wright left Mississippi State, and he's going to Northwestern.
Yeah.
So now Florida's stuck with. I think Graham is hurt.
I've not heard anything out of Mertz, so this guy could start right away.
Yeah. He's number one guy come out of Texas.
Always good if he come out of Texas.
Dual threat quarterback with enormous potential, gives rare athletic frame and natural arm talent. I always like looking at this stuff down here. This kind of tells about what he did in high school. High school level, recruited by multiple colleges.
I love seeing what they did in high school.
4.9 PPG, 6.2 run plays a game as a freshman. 2024 completed 5 of 10 pass attempts of 46 yards in the first half of the Under Armour All-American game. Turned his ankle after he ran 15 yards. Gatorade National Player of the Year. Set the Texas 6A single season record for touchdown passes.
Oh, my gosh. That's impressive right there.
5,000 yards, 72% completion, 60 touchdowns for 8 interceptions, while also carrying the ball 100 times for almost 1,000 yards and 16 rushing touchdowns.
This is in 1 year.
Yeah.
And 6A Texas.
Yes.
Huh.
He added a 5.17 and a 10.3. That's while they run what is it called? The 100 meters. If you run it under 11, you're fast.
110. They run the 110.
Yeah, you run under 100 and under 10.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you're fast.
Led Willis to 6-6 record his sophomore year, a 6A D2 second round playoff experience, threw for 1,500 yards, 17 touchdowns, 2 picks. He played safety as a freshman, had 18 tackles, also lined up his snaps at quarterback, of course.
I'm gonna look and see what the deal is on Mertz right quick.
His dad is Derek Lagway, former Baylor running back, 1997 to 01. His dad.
His dad?
Yeah, well, there you go. That's where he gets from. You always read down there in those little bios, and you seem to find out, don't you?
I love the bios. Love them.
Seem to find out. All right.
And they're hard to find sometimes.
We'll just go 24/7 here. Dylan Ravioli, he was supposed to have been the Georgia kid, number 1 quarterback coming out of Georgia. 6'3", 230 pounds. His high school accolades, there's about 4 paragraphs on here. I'll just read one of them. He threw for 111 yards, a touchdown and a pick in the Polynesian Bowl. 2023, he posted 11-2 record as a senior at Buford, leading the Wolves to a quarterfinals in Georgia's highest classification, 159 to 250 pass attempts. That gives them 64% overall rate, 3,000 yards, 34 touchdowns, 1 interception. And guys, let me just go ahead and tell you right now.
1 interception?
Yeah, let me just tell you right now. The people, this is the difference. The people that he's playing against, the people that he's playing against are not normal people. Tell him who Buford plays.
Oh, Buford plays Roswell. They'll play Sandy Creek.
All these guys win it. And all these teams.
Grayson. I mean, it's ridiculous.
They have 15 to 20 D1 athletes on each team.
Well, Caleb Downs and Justin, he's going to be Alabama's running back.
Justin
Haynes, both played at Buford. No, I take that back. Downs played at Grayson.
Yes, Grayson.
No, Mill Creek.
Mill Creek.
But Haynes, who's Alabama's running back, played at Buford. They're just absolutely loaded.
Julian Sayin,
he's not
California kid.
He could have started somewhere.
Played graded out of 98. He's at Ohio State right now.
This year, he could have started this year.
Yeah, number 1 guy, 20 overall in the nation.
He good enough to start over Howard. Is he that good?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Now Rayola's supposed to start, right?
Yes.
Okay, I just read that Mertz.
Yeah, is he out or?
They're expecting a return.
Okay,
but he does have a significant shoulder injury, but he's going to give it a go.
Now here's a guy I like this kid.
Walker,
6'3", 220. He played at Little Rock. He played at a Christian school in Arkansas. He was the number 1 guy at Arkansas, number 5 QB, 41st nationally. Dual threat quarterback with a muscular build. Put up some of his best stuff on tape as a senior. Must improve in accuracy and get more consistent with ball placement, and that's on 24/7. Y'all podcast people, you can go find it. He's a member of 2023 list, Dean, the Freak List, 24/7 Sports. In 2023, he posted 10-13 record as senior, leading Little Rock Christian Academy to Arkansas 6A title game in the regular season, completed 148 of 243 at a 61% passing rating, 2,300 yards passing, 29 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. Also, he ran for about 350 yards and 9 touchdowns.
Good stats.
Yeah,
61% completion. That's pretty nice.
See him down here on the little screen. You can see.
And Arkansas is not bad football either. The state of Arkansas.
Let one go down the middle of the field. Shows he can throw it deep. Here he is over here. Nice pass over the middle of the field there. Here he is back here. You see his back.
Stays in the pocket good.
Yeah, got good footwork. Lets the ball go. Good timing. Good footwork. Set on your front foot. Release over the back. Nice corner throw.
He ain't one of them quarterbacks. I'm going to give this about 2 seconds, and I'm taking off.
No, it don't seem like it. And I like this guy. He's one of my favorite ones in this class, and I know Auburn fans are falling over, passing out right now. They can't believe it. But I think he's going to be good.
You think he's got a good shot at starting?
I don't know. No, they're going to throw Thrawn.
Mm-hmm. You think he can take his spot?
Yes. I'm just not impressed with him. And Freeze said a while ago in this interview done, well, here at Auburn, we're going to develop our quarterbacks, and we don't need to go out and buy one. And you got Auburn fans saying they go out and get Juju Lewis from Carrollton. He's not coming to Auburn. Why would Juju?
I don't think he's going to go to USC, though.
Why would he go to a school? He wants to win a chip.
Mm-hmm.
And this comes from people that we have on the show that's in touch with Georgia football.
Mm-hmm.
And this comes from over there. I'm not just blowing smoke out or just making up words. This guy's here. What bothers me about the whole thing is this. This is it because of him. Walker White.
Right.
Well, if
he don't want to go fight for his job.
Why should he? He's good. Because when you go over here in this other list to the next year, you see where he was rated at.
Yeah.
Walter White, what was he, 4 on that list?
4 on that list. Lewis is number 1 on his list, isn't he?
I got to get over here the right stuff. 2025 high school position rankings quarterback. No, he's not number 1. The kid for LSU's number 1, Bryce Underwood. The kid played Mississippi. I talked about a month ago, maybe.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. That boy can smoke a football.
Really?
Wow.
So he's past him, huh?
Oh, yeah, the St. Clair kid, too.
Lewis is 3rd.
The Carney kid is going to Tennessee. I don't know much about him. I'm going to have to dig in on him. This kid he's from Brentwood, though.
Mm-hmm. Well, Brentwood's put some.
Tell us about Brentwood, Tennessee.
Well, they're an academy, and you don't play there unless you're great.
George McIntyre.
I would like to know how many guys play pro football that played at Brentwood, have played pro football that played at Brentwood.
100.
It's on up there.
I'm just guessing 100.
Yeah.
Probably. So now here's Juju. I'm not knocking Juju Lewis. Please don't get me tore up or twisted.
No, we know that.
I'm trying to look at grades here, and they grade these kids out. And even the Auburn fans are saying that they think White is not as good as Juju. They really think he's coming to Auburn. Yeah. Why would he wants to play? Okay. If you're supposedly he's going to USC, and he may not, that's fine. But even if he's not, he'd stay in state. He wants to win a championship. If he goes to USC, he's going to play for how many Heisman winners does Lincoln have? 3?
3. Yeah.
Do you want to go play for that guy, or you want to go play for Freeze? The Auburn ain't beat a ranked team. They're like 0-17 against ranked teams.
Mm-hmm.
They're not a prominent program.
You don't think he might want to go and turn them around?
They're 0-17.
Like you said, Barkley did.
You gotta have offense and defense line, and he's working on it. Auburn fans, be patient. Don't run him off yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't think Juju would go to Auburn.
But they're when's the last time Auburn beat a ranked team? 2 years.
Probably when Nix was there.
Okay, he's going to say, "Yep, that's where I'm going. I'm headed out there to the plains. Beat a ranked these kids now. They want to go win. He wants to win a high. This is just rumor, hearsay. He wants to go win a chip. I would say he'd probably go to Georgia if he don't go to
I would
California.
think 100% if he don't go to USC, he's going to Georgia.
I would think so too.
I'm just
because
he's going to be the best quarterback in the country or one of the top 5.
Well, yeah, and he ranked out at a 98. Okay,
I think he's going to Georgia, guys.
That Longstreet kid is going. Let's look at McAteer, Dean. These guys are in high school. Okay, he's at Brentwood. He's class of 25.
Going to Tennessee.
He is graded out at 98. Number 1 Tennessee. Number 10 overall in the nation as a quarterback. Number 10. Alabama, Auburn, Clemson, Colorado all did some scuffling to get him. 77-inch wingspan. He's 6'5".
He might be good.
Also, basketball at point in career and dropped some hoops offers from Arizona State and FIU. Helped to guard Brentwood Academy to Division II AA State Championship as a sophomore, totaling 10 points and 10 rebounds.
So he started on a state championship basketball team.
This is where I heard about him because I remember when Spring Garden girls went up there and played.
Uh-huh.
some of the people at the game were asking some people I knew, I talked to later, if they had heard of their football team. And the guy that I knew was like, he don't know, he's like,
Right, right.
So they was telling him about this McIntyre kid. And he asked me about it. And I'm like, I don't know. Let me go look. 2023 as a junior, he completed 285 423 passes, 67% passer, 3,200 yards, 25 touchdowns, 12 picks. It's a lot of picks, though.
It is.
Also, he ran for 3 touchdowns, but he got Brentwood Academy, Tennessee Division II AAA state quarterfinals. In his first year as a starter, he went 9-3, was 175 for 270, attempting 65% of his passes, 2,300 yards, 19 touchdowns with 4 picks.
I don't understand the picks this past year. That's the only thing. That's a red flag for him.
His percentage went up, so
he's going to Tennessee. But he did throw 420 passes.
All right, look,
guys.
how many more though?
Yeah.
So that first year he only threw 175.
Right.
I mean, I'm sorry, 270.
But he threw 423 passes. They're throwing 35 times a game with this guy.
Oof.
So never mind on the interceptions. 35 passes a game.
Should be viewed as one of the more promising single callers in 2025 cycle. Might not have the same on-field resume as some of the other peers, but plenty of tools to develop the long haul for this guy. So he's a guy you want to keep around. And
who is this freak? It's already started on the state championship. Is he a junior?
Yeah, he'll graduate. He's still got another year to play. So this is next year's class.
Brentwood. Now, is that in Nashville? That's close to Nashville, right? Okay.
These guys are going to be seniors.
Okay.
When school starts back after summer. Quarterbacks around the country, some guys that's going to make a difference, and we went through some of them. Bryce Underwood, I did a thing on him a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. I think Sayin could make a difference, especially if Howard goes down. If he's as accurate as they say he is.
Now, guys that are fixing to start their senior year as running backs, let's look at some running backs here. We'll get.
They're just going into their senior year.
Yeah, they're fixing to start. We got the number one guy, the Deer kid.
Yeah, I saw that.
From Mississippi, signed with Ole Miss already. LSU's got the Harlem Berry kid that plays at McIntyre, Louisiana.
In-state.
And then you got Bo Jackson. He's decided to come
He's back. Oh, my gosh.
Bo Jackson is back. This kid plays at he's up from Ohio at Villa.
Going to Ohio State. What's up with these guys just going to their state school? I like it.
I do too. Alabama, A&M, Auburn tried to get him. Look who tried to get him there. We got, Derek Nix. Coach Nix tried to get him up there. Bama's
Bo Jackson.
Coach Galipski. So
the only thing about
look how fast he is.
Only thing about going to Ohio State, I mean, you and 16 others.
47-yard touchdown reception here, so he can catch the ball too. Out of the backfield, wide open.
It's very fast.
The thing that I got into when I started watching Arch Manning was I watched these film on him guys, and here's where I said he's not a 5-star. He was maybe a 4.
Look at this guy. That's some speed.
But I don't know who he's playing against. But there are some good schools up there in this district. But I need to do some more.
Ohio, yeah.
Villa Angela St. Jose. So if wherever that district is, and they're like Louisiana, they'll have 8,000 districts.
It's Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard that they have good high school football in Ohio.
Ability to stack cuts together, jumping, juking left and right, to find the good green grass, and considerably runs through arm tackles. Elite short area quickness and agility show up plenty of tape, while evading the defenders on the second level has been verified in a combine setting. Yeah. Bo Jackson, 6 foot 205. I can't get over that name. Well, obviously we know who his daddy was a fan of, or his mama.
Yeah. If they didn't even know who it was. Who?
Vincent Bo.
Hey, there's a Bo that plays at the middle school. He's not Bo Jackson. He's Bo Sweeney, but shout out. Hey, Bo Sweeney.
And lastly, we'll look at some of these guys here. Defense, man. You got to look at defense. Defense, we don't get enough love.
No, they don't. You don't hear nothing about these
So we'll look at this class, and we'll look at the class that's already here. Xander Walker, he's going to be a senior coming in, and he's from Georgia.
Shocker.
Shelby County.
I don't even know where Shelby County. Look at him.
Oh, he's a football player.
He looks 27.
He looks like what's the name of the running back down?
He's 17.
BB Comer.
Oh,
Harris.
Cam. Is it Kamari?
Oh, wow. When I seen him, and we seen him in person down at the game, they played 5 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. You see his stats? Where did he go? Memphis?
Yes.
Okay.
Man. He is a man. He's not a child.
No.
He's
a D1 player.
He looked like he just did 3 to 5 for arm bro.
He looks tough.
If he wanted my wallet, I would have given it.
Now this guy, I don't have my glasses on, but he looks very tough.
6'2", 225.
Top
5-star
defensive player in the country.
Number 1 linebacker.
Where's he going?
No, he has not decided. He visited Georgia just here a little while back.
Where does he play? Shelby County High School?
He's been Normal, Miami. Probably not going to Bama or South Carolina. Looks like Georgia or Miami right now. Some kind of run.
Number 1 linebacker.
He just made an interception, and he can run the ball and stiff arm people too.
He probably rushed for 900 yards.
Who's that team? Do you know?
No.
I've
never heard of. I don't know nothing about them.
If Bird was on here, he was a while ago.
He's running the ball.
SCHLEY.
Schley County. They're very good.
Okay,
They're very good.
Okay, so they're playing high quality opponents.
Okay.
Are they?
Oh, this boy plays for Schley County, right?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Schley's very good.
So he's a linebacker, and he's out here catching passes and outrunning people.
Oh, well, no wonder. Yes, Schley's loaded. And the reason I know that is because somebody told me that this year.
Look how big he is.
They absolutely have a fantastic program. They may have won it.
Well, we'll read about him. Well, he's wide open, guys.
Schley County.
You got to cover him. How do you not cover that guy?
Look at his average, 12.8 and 6 rebounds.
He run 11.4 as a 16-year-old in 100 meters.
Oh.
That's he could qualify for an Olympic team.
Look at his stats.
He couldn't win it, but he could qualify. 27 quarterback hurries, 7 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 77 times he's carried the ball with 518 yards, 13 touchdowns offense, catching 10 passes for 170 and 4 touchdowns. As a sophomore, 12 tackles for a loss, 19 quarterback hurries, 3 sacks to his credit, all ran for 365. Had over 1,000 yards as a freshman, 18 touchdowns.
So he's a two-way player for Schley County High School. Let me see what Schley County did last year.
Let's see Schley County. Zandon Walker, podcast listeners, and he is a football player. I tell you right now, that boy, he probably do about anything he wanted to. He's a good-looking young man there. And let's see, you got some commits here. SEC, well, Oklahoma's in SEC now, people, so we can't avoid Oklahoma.
County.
Jonah Williams, playing out of Galveston, Texas, 5-star kid, 100% for Oklahoma SEC team. Bama first on the list. We'll look at Darrell Johnson. He's a number 5 guy. We're just going to go through the top 5 guys here. 4-star guy, play at Dodge City over at Eastman, Georgia.
Look at him.
Dodge City. You know Dodge City?
I've heard of just Dodge City from watching Matt Dillon. And ain't that where they were?
Yeah. He played Eastman, Georgia. He's going to be a senior going on to the year this year. Check out some of his highlights. He's a linebacker now. Going to be one of your top guys coming out. 4-star guy. He's playing running back also. Why not?
We're fixing to find out how good this is.
Nah, Lee just run away from all them people. Dude,
now, where did he play at? Oh, that's at Dodge County.
Yeah.
That's in Georgia too?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, that's the D for who is that they're playing right? I've seen them play because I've seen their field.
Is that Decula? I don't know. Oh gosh, Schley County went 13-1.
Yeah, he's good. Who's this Dodge County kid here? He's going to Alabama, by the way. Linebacker.
Wow.
Big kid. These linebackers are big.
Let's see who Schley beat last year.
You see how big them guys are?
No, last year. Oh, I'm sorry, Matt. I didn't.
He's playing linebacker here. Got the spot on. He just throws down some guy. Made him look bad. Who is that? Bo Scarborough? Look at him. Look at his playing end. He's playing like outside.
Now, Schley County's in South Georgia.
He runs all the way across the field to make the tackle.
Let's see who they beat last year, Matt. They beat
and he blocks
County,
the extra point.
30-0.
Oh my gosh!
Macon County, 34-7.
He's on the end, reads the play, gets off the block, and still gets in the backfield.
Guess who beat Schley County? Bowden by 4 points.
Bowden won state last year.
Bowden won the state.
Dynamic two-way standard Dodge County High School in Georgia's AA classification. So that's AA. That'd be right under Cedartown, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Be a little bigger than Trine.
AA would be bigger than Trine and Chattooga.
Model. Coosa.
It would be model size.
Okay.
Models moved up to 2A. Now, this guy played at Dodge. See, I don't know where Dodge County is, but I've always heard that the best players in the world come from South Georgia as a whole.
He's got an 80-inch wingspan. 80?
He'd be a good boxer.
Golly. Johnson, he continues to transform his defensive back to linebacker to become the most proactive blocks and getting off blocks very cleanly. The defensive player of the year is a 10th grader, Dean, for that 2A.
And that's bigger than Chattooga and Trine. Defensive player of the year for the region.
For 2A. Had 103 tackles.
Oh, my gosh. These are 2A guys.
He got snaps.
And 1A. Bowden, Schley County's 1A, and they're going D1.
But look here. He's had snaps as a quarterback and as a running back. He's making his home to be the Crimson Tide so far.
Wow. And these top players, these top linebackers in the country.
Yes.
Well, we call them small schools. They're not small schools.
No, they're bigger than Cherokee County.
You got 828 kids. You're not small.
Georgia's got
Me and Matt graduated with 18 kids.
Here's a guy Georgia's getting. Look where he played at.
Where'd he play? Calhoun?
Buford.
Lord. Are they all going to Georgia?
Yeah.
These linebackers are just a different breed, aren't they?
Auburn's trying to get him. He's still Coach Durkin. Playing end over here.
He's an edge guy.
Yeah, that's why the other guy.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Somebody block him. They're like, no, we don't want to.
He ran an 11.8 in the 100-meter and a 24 in the 200-meter as a freshman. Had 55 tackles.
15 sacks.
Snaps as played for the Wolves. 11-1 in the Peach State's 7A classification. And he picked off another pass against Mill Creek while racking up 5 more tackles.
He's not playing against trash.
Guys, if they're playing against Mill Creek, then you're probably pretty good. And these guys are seniors in school. Let's look at the guys that are here, and then we'll move on from this. We'll go to the year. We're going to look at some players here that are here
already.
They're in college at. Let's look at SEC Georgia. This Eli Robinson. These are linebackers from IMG Academy.
Oh gosh.
Florida.
I want to change my mind about something I said. Defensive players that are freshmen don't start a lot. Downs was a rarity.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, offense, yeah, they'll start. Cam Coleman will start.
These are linebackers, just the top 4 here. These guys are at these schools now. So these are guys that if you're watching still, we appreciate you coming by. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell there to let you know when we come on live every Sunday night. Sammy Brown from Jefferson, California. You got a kid from Justin Williams, the number 1 right now linebacker that come out last year, 5-star.
Going to Georgia.
From Texas. He's at Georgia right now. Chris Cole, Georgia has the number 3 linebacker. And they're like, well, I don't know if Georgia's going to be good this year. I mean, they're reloaded.
1 and 3. Georgia may be the ruler of they may be the Genghis Khan for a few years.
Well, I mean, they got a good coach to do it.
They do.
Auburn. All right, let's see.
But everybody's day ends. Remember that.
Let's talk about this guy here. 6'2", 218. He looks like a football player.
Where'd he play at?
Chilton County.
He does look like look at his neck.
Remember the first time we seen Tank Bigsby on that picture I put up on there?
Yeah.
It was like, he plays football.
Yeah.
Tank.
Brant's boy said he tried to tackle him, and it just wasn't going to happen. I mean, he said, I tried to, and there ain't no tackling that joker.
This guy, he's at Auburn now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
High school, 3-phase contributor with snaps, offense, multiple defensive spots, kicking game. He's a return man. He can play coverage. He played basketball, averaged about 9 points a game at Chilton County.
9 rebounds. Most of these guys, and I'm serious, are good basketball players.
Let me tell you what else I know. When I do these, like sometimes I do a locker room special, recruits, I notice on a lot of them. I mean, I went through it one time. like I did 10 players, 9 of them run track.
A lot of them run track.
9 of them would run track.
Now, and baseball too, but more basketball.
Really. Track. Definitely basketball for sure. Track. If you're a skill guy, if they're running backs or quarterbacks, if you're a running back for sure, like all of them run track. Especially if they're from Florida.
Really?
They all run track.
They're track superstars.
Yep.
Huh.
They're fast.
Well, it's good that they're not a one sport.
Yeah, no, that's what
football players don't specialize much.
Y'all need to make sure you remember that for these young players.
Basketball does.
These young players, you got to remember, coaches don't want to see. I'm just going to specialize this year.
Yeah. I mean, you can if you're LeBron. You know, he didn't play after his 10th grade year.
Yeah, that's fine. If you're averaging, the high school record for the state of Alabama, you're averaging 28 a game for basketball. I don't want to hear nobody else tell me I'm just going to focus locked in on one sport. Yeah. You're not going to play that sport after school.
Well, yeah, and we got to be serious here. A lot of kids will use James. But come on, guys. They told him when he was a junior, you're going to play pro ball in 2 years, son. Yeah. You're going to start on an NBA team.
Kobe. He's Kobe Bryant. He's top 5 best.
Well, we need him on this football team.
Kobe could do that. But all kids around here and a lot of kids in state, they don't, guys. None of these great players you just seen. What'd you see about all of them?
They play more than one sport.
Basketball. They play football. They run track.
Yeah.
The quarterbacks, usually the tall white kid quarterback. He's a baseball pitches or
a good basketball
plays
player.
Basketball. You need to play other sports.
Well, that one guy going to Tennessee started on the state championship basketball.
Play soccer too.
Yeah.
Jacob played soccer right here at Turkey. It's great. You're running your feet. That's what you're doing you're running and using your feet, and that's great. Walter Payton took dance. Mm-hmm. Walter Payton took dance classes, like ballerina classes.
Yeah.
Because it strengthens your ankles. You have to stand on your toes.
It must have helped him.
Well, yeah, I don't think it hurt. It's Walter Payton.
He did all right.
Did you know that we're talking about Kobe, that the Olympic basketball team, D. Wade and LeBron and them were just getting murdered by all these overseas teams. They're losing.
Really?
And Kobe come in and played that last year there in 2003. Yes. It's probably LeBron's when he was coming in the league.
When he was coming in.
And D. Wade had them and Shaq, I guess. They had just won one or.
Yeah. 04, 05, something like that.
Kobe comes in. They didn't lose more games.
No more.
No. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to hear this. LeBron. I can't take it anymore, Dean. I'm just giving me hives. I mentioned now.
Hey, he's good.
NFL,
I don't know why he has to be the GOAT. So.
Let's just not do that. NFL thing I wanted to mention, Waddle got a 3-year deal.
Yeah, I saw that. 3 years. Oh, they're loaded. Again.
Tyreek and them, still there. Tua.
Hill's one of the best. I met Chattooga's baseball coach, and this is not off the charts. And he's like, I'm from, he told me where he was from down in South Georgia. And like, anybody famous down there? Yeah, Champ Bailey's from down the road and Tyreek Hill. I'm like, huh?
That's too good.
2 of the better players in pro history, probably.
Hall of Famers, probably.
Yes, both of them. Champ Bailey's definitely a Hall
I love Champ. Played at Georgia.
Yeah. They're from both small towns in Georgia. South Georgia and Georgia in general is a different animal. So those guys that Matt showed on that reel, those guys can play.
Yes.
That one from Dodge County and the one from Schley County.
Plays both ways.
Now, I don't know where Schley or Dodge is, and they may not be in South Georgia.
Burge is on here. He put up something a while ago. Go to the 2023. Yeah, we did. It must have been there. Yeah, Georgia's got number 1. I don't know if Georgia, they may not get it this year. They got their recruiting class. This is why you need to subscribe to the channel. Watch the show. We're keeping you up to date. There's a lot of other good shows out there, but we're breaking this stuff down. Mm-hmm. We're giving you useful news so you can go back to the water cooler tomorrow at work and say, well, I just seen yesterday in the locker room, Big Matt and Dean, they're talking about, Georgia's not going to be good. Well, they got the number 1 and 3 linebackers.
No, Georgia's going to be fine.
Yeah, they got the best throwing quarterback in the league, throw for nearly 4,000 yards. Here's another.
I don't think Georgia, and I do think I'll go on and say it now. I think Lewis will end up going to Georgia.
Yeah, I mean they got a guy playing behind Beck. Well, I just said his name the other day. Birds.
Stockton.
Yes.
Yes.
I wanted him to come to Bama. I didn't. This is before Milroe.
He's a good quarterback.
I like him,
Mm-hmm.
but they're going to be fine. So don't just overcount your chickens. Now I do think that I'll tell you this right now. I don't know if there's going to be an undefeated team in college football
I
this year.
wouldn't think so.
It's fixing to start happening because
Ohio State, but they don't have a terrible schedule.
well, they're going to have to play Oregon.
Well, yeah. Which
Maybe
they said Oregon was one of the dominant teams.
they're going to be good. Now, they did lose a bunch of guys on offensive line. Okay. Now, they got a good quarterback, but they only got 3 linemen back.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to run the ball for
They
them?
don't have their running backs. They lost Bucky Irving, and they lost those receivers. Some of them.
Their defensive guys, they lost some of those guys, but they replaced them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Laney's going to do fine. He's a good coach.
He is.
So
Works hard.
I'm just saying, Georgia fans too, Auburn fans, Alabama fans,
Mm-hmm.
the likelihood of any of those teams being undefeated are small.
Yeah, not with these tough schedules now.
Because we've had, listen,
Mhm.
it's 16 now. It's not 14.
Mhm.
Texas and Oklahoma's in this league now.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Arnold.
Mhm.
Jackson Arnold at Oklahoma, he's not a bad quarterback. And guess who's probably going to be, I wrote this down. I want to bring this up. Mark it right here. I'll cut this out, make it short. Surprise SEC wide receiver looking at this year, Deion Burks, Oklahoma, 1,000-yard guy. Keep your eye on him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Keep your eye on him.
go back and watch them and Texas.
I ain't got to tell you about Texas. Okay.
Plus, Texas has some good players coming in.
Guru, offensive coordinator. They're going to be able to run the ball. They're going to be good up front. They got 2 good receivers from Bama.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They got another guy. And I can't think of what his dang name is, but he's not the only 2.
Yeah.
That's not the only 2. They've got another one.
Yeah.
I'll have to look on the transfer sheet.
Their schedule's not as bad. But Ole Miss, they may go undefeated.
Ole Miss does have a favorable schedule.
Yeah.
And they're catching Alabama on a year when
With a new coach.
with a new coach and a lot of talent lost, but
And
a lot of talent back too.
let's see, where was that other? Oh, yeah. Speaking of Bama, Dana, I'm sure people ask me this all the time. This comes up in conversation, honestly. Bama's defensive backfield, here's some names.
Mm-hmm.
People, fans, you want to write this down. You're going to you want to know who's in the backfield because there's been so many guys come and go. Okay. Probably guys on your reserves like safeties, Hubbard,
Mm-hmm.
Drake Kirkpatrick Jr. Don't forget he's there. Okay. Gadsden City's finest.
Yes,
right?
yeah.
And Cam Howard. Don't forget Cam Howard. We've seen him play some. Also, Zay Brown may be a reserve guy. Now, Hurley and Macumba and Zay Mincy. Remember Mincy?
I remember Mincy.
All right. These guys are there. Hurley and Macumba are good players.
I hated that Amos left.
I know.
I don't like that.
I know. Me too.
I don't. I liked him.
Now, Devontae Smith, here's some of you guys you're going to see
He's
probably.
going to be a good one. Come back to play defense from Philadelphia.
Red Morgan.
Uh-huh.
Red Morgan, he supposedly kind of scooted out Tony Mitchell, the one everybody's upset about leaving last week.
Yes.
In practice, supposedly, that Red was just he was having good days of practice. Keontae Sab, S-A-B-B.
Who we think will start.
Yeah, he was looking really good. And, of course, Malachi Moore.
Who we know will start.
Yeah, he's going to be your leader.
Yeah.
So those are the names: Moore, Saab, Devontae Smith, Red Morgan.
Then you got Mac coming in.
The Jackson kid, Deshaun Jones, Hurley, Macumba, Zay Mincy, and also the Hubbard kid, Kirkpatrick Jr., and Cam Howard. So there's defensive backfield for Alabama.
I think Mac will have a chance to start. I think he will. Story transferred, didn't he? Christian from Lynette.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I have no problem with that.
That's all the backfield at Bama.
I don't have a problem with a kid transferring if he thinks he's going to get more playing time somewhere else.
No.
But Amos was going to start.
Kirkpatrick Jr. and Macumba, I watched play high school.
Macumba may start.
They're good. And if these are guys that are listed as kind of reserves,
Mm-hmm.
that tells me
Mm-hmm.
at practice that the coaches that are watching this, Coach Womack, South Alabama, running the defense at Bama, if he's seeing that, I've seen those guys play, and they are good.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen them play. Kirkpatrick Jr. played down here. Macumba played at Clay Central.
Mm-hmm. Chalkville.
Clay Chalkville. They're good.
Yeah.
If they're not going to make the cut to start, those other guys must be pretty good. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're going to be all right.
I look for Macumba to be in a lot.
So,
and Kirkpatrick, if he's anything like his daddy.
I know. Yeah, he was good. He's a good ball player. Now, does he need a year? Sure, he's going to put on some size in this summer. He's going to work out, get on that weight program, get on that oatmeal. You know,
Right.
He'll get bigger, faster, stronger. Coach Ballou and them run the weight room. They're going to do a fine job.
Oh, yeah.
And Womack's a good coach. I hear a lot of good things. The players really relate to him. They come from South Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Bring some guys with him.
Yeah, I hear he's a player's coach.
Yep. Really enjoy that. So if these guys here are going to be playing more, Saab, Red Morgan, you're going to see him, and then either like Jackson or Deshaun Jones or some of those guys.
Right.
Remember Lawson's like linebacker.
Yeah, Lawson and Campbell.
Why have we forgot that?
Yeah.
Bama fans are freaking out because this Saban left, and all these
And the
players
D-line's good.
hit the portal. Yeah,
You got
Keenan and that.
I can't pronounce his name. You know the one I'm talking about, Justin Igboike.
Yeah.
Igboy, and you got Tim Smith
Yeah,
back.
they're the big guy like Keenan,
They got as good inside linebackers as they've had in a while.
the nose tackle guy, the big guy.
Yes.
I like him.
Tim Keenan. Is it right, Tim?
I'm
No, it might not be Tim. His last name's Keenan.
so I know y'all freaked out, but Georgia fans, you had the #1 recruiting class. We just went through some of these players,
And looks like you're going to have it again.
and they got some guys coming again. It's going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
And if Juju goes to Georgia, like I think he will, I think he's going to Georgia. That's just me. If you ask me right now, Matt Gundy head, where's Juju going from Carrollton, Georgia?
You better be right, son.
But here's what I get a lot of. I try to put this on Twitter, and thank all you Twitter people for coming by and watching. When I say that, all I get is Bammer. He's come. You think he's coming to Bama? When did I say he's coming to Bama?
I wouldn't think he's coming to.
I don't think at all. I don't think there's even a cold trail for him coming to Alabama.
He may be now that DeBoer's coming there.
Maybe. I don't think so. I feel he's going to Georgia. He's coming to Auburn.
But it ain't like Georgia don't throw the ball.
What does he have to gain to come to Auburn? What is he? Georgia or Auburn?
I would think personally he's going to go to somebody that's more than likely going to be a top 5 or 10. And Auburn may be by the time he gets there, but they don't look good.
Coach, smart, 2 titles,
Mm-hmm.
quarterback, plays well. You got Bobo there running offense. I don't like him at all. Burgess, he's okay on him.
Mm-hmm. Did better last year.
I'm just not a fan. I think it's because I watched him. We're old, see, guys, young class. Yeah. I seen Bobo play at Georgia, and I worked in Georgia then, and I was around Georgia fans, and they couldn't stand him, and I would watch him play, and I just found myself just not liking him. He made bad decisions with the ball he caught. I ain't going to get on him. I just ain't a fan.
Right.
Like Quinn Ewers. Not a fan. He don't wow me. I don't think he's great.
Yeah. Well, you have that right.
So those are some guys to watch out for. NBA Finals. Got a game coming on here in a little bit. The Hawks did get 3 picks, so June 27th. Look for that.
Big. That's big. Y'all don't realize how big that is.
And July, it's burning my ears.
Yeah.
In July, don't forget Mike Tyson and
Jake Paul. Yeah, I posted something about
Jakey
that.
Poo.
And congrats to Nix and
Mike's getting ready, man.
The Dudleys and all them on being inducted in Hall of Fame. We've already talked about the one around here.
Yeah. Well, we had a big show, guys. Big show. Still got a lot of people on watching. Man, thank y'all for coming by and hanging out with us. Just having a good time. Subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend. Share the video on your page. And just say, hey, old Matt and Todd, they put in time. We put in some work every week. Spend an hour or two going through notes and watching stuff. And we love sharing this news with you guys and giving you real stuff. Not just we jabber a little bit and run off at the mouth. But we're giving you real stuff.
Yeah.
And
I mean, all that's true.
Some of it's our opinion, but these things we're showing you players. Here's your team. You like Georgia? Bam. Here's a player. You like Auburn? Boom. There's some guys y'all got coming. Here's Bama. Don't freak out. Look who you got. And local stuff. Good luck tomorrow too.
Yes, and Spring Garden and Center.
Yeah, and
Cherokee County.
To Sandrock, Caitlin and the Kilgrove girl. Been around them. They've played ball together and for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been interesting. Thank you, ladies and Coach
They're
Bates.
having a pretty good year.
Yeah. They won some games, and thank y'all for letting me hang out and be a part of y'all's life. And parents. We know so many people everywhere, and parents are graduating, and kids' graduation is coming up soon. So seniors, thank
2 weeks, right?
Yeah, thank you from us.
Oh, well, less than 2 weeks
For letting us be a part of your kids' life. It's
yes, sir.
Try to make them feel important and talk about them a little bit. And
we joke around about it, and people don't think we're serious, but they think we're serious. But I've seen 2 people in the last week that been like, Are you that guy? I mean,
Dean
that does that. And one of them was, we were in the store.
I met a guy.
No, I was at a graveyard weed eating. He goes, "Ain't you that guy that runs that?"
Really? That's weird.
Yeah.
I seen a guy in the store.
Uh-huh. So, I mean, that's good. That's fine.
Fort Payne.
Yeah.
I was in Burger King in Fort Payne.
Mm-hmm.
It's been like 2 years ago. You do that. I had the shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
You do that show.
Show.
Matt Hutch.
We kid around and say our friends say show. What are you talking about?
What's he talking about? Y'all still do that?
Friends. I mean, that's just friends. They don't watch.
No, they don't.
And, and I've got friends that are good at golf. I don't go watch them either.
Yeah.
It's just that's friendship.
Speaking of golf,
uh-huh.
Coach Baker, see him at Walmart. He's going to play around the golf.
Yeah.
So he's getting back in, getting his back better,
Oh, Steve?
Yep. Headed back to the Diamond.
All right.
I said he ain't going to never quit.
Heading back to the Diamond? You got to be kidding.
Yeah, he's going to coach again. He'll be coaching again. Y'all see him over there.
I hope it works out for him. I honestly do.
Oh, we all do. We love him. He's a good guy, man. And he really means well by the players, so he's going to be helping Clay over Gills.
Okay.
Of course. That's his place.
That is.
All right, let's get off here and go. I need to go outside and pee and feed the dog. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to get fed and take the dog out pee.
No, I got to pee. All right, guys.
Yeah. Y'all have a great week. We'll be back next week with a lot of more high school stuff next week. We're going to really start doing more high school stuff.
Yes, sir.
Football, because not that much spring games right here again. Geraldine was hosting Anniston, and I give a list while ago on the page. Dylan Gabriel, quarterback Oregon, is pretty he is. He was our highest graded quarterback coming back to college. Bird, you are correct.
I don't agree with that, but
I know it's just how he's graded.
I mean, he's good.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
I just kind of felt like Cook but when I looked at Howard's at Ohio State, his grade, he didn't grade out good. Because I went through some of those, grade them out. And you think Milroe.
I like Howard.
But when you think Milroe would be a Heisman finalist, and he's like 4 on the list for returners.
Mm-hmm.
4? He finished like 6 in the Heisman voting.
Yeah, no. He's just dynamic, though. They're not. I mean, I'm not saying they're not good. They're not. Milroe's dynamic.
If he figures out that middle game, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
Count on it.
Yeah.
It's done deal. If he figures out that middle game, and with the 2 running backs Bama's got and this defense, I'm telling you, and DeBoer's done a fantastic job of transfer portal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Kiffin's done a great job. Freeze has brought in some good added pieces to it to help Auburn out. Be patient with all these coaches.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. I don't think it's time to run anybody off.
Run anybody off.
Drinkwitz is done.
He's out, and they go on win 6 straight. They got the best quarterback and receiver duo coming back in the nation.
Best running back in the SEC last year.
The quarterback receiver duo, think about it, back. Who else?
Yeah, nobody.
Let's see.
That's it.
Dart and, no, because Nico was not.
Dart and Harris, maybe.
Yeah. I was thinking Nico and Squirrel, but Nico didn't play last year.
They might not even have a good connection.
Oh, I'm sure that Nico.
I mean, I would think.
Amalava.
Get this guy out of here. He won't throw it to me.
Did I say it right?
I don't even try to say it.
All right. Y'all keep your heads clear and your hearts full of God. And see y'all next week. Come back and hang out with us. 6 o'clock.
Have a good week. You all right up there Friday?
I